Hi! Today we're talking all about Canva templates and how you can share and sell them on Etsy. I have been selling digital products on Etsy for quite a while now, and I think Canva templates are such a great place to start if you've been wanting to create some sort of a digital product, especially if you already enjoy designing in Canva. But I also know when you first look into this, there are so many little questions, like what actually counts as template? What are we allowed to sell? Can you use Canva Pro elements if you're selling the templates? How do you share the templates with someone so they can actually use it without destroying your original files? How do you upload everything to Etsy? And once you've made it, how do you actually make someone find it? So that's what we're going through today. I'll show you exactly how to create a shareable Canva link, how to deliver the template to the customer, and then we'll go into Etsy and create a product listing for your digital product. In this video, we're not going to be designing the template because that's a whole other topic. The focus of today is what happens after you decide to sell a Canva template and how you can turn them into the products people can actually buy. So if you're ready to list your first Canva template on Etsy, grab your coffee, open Canva and Etsy, and let's get into it. A Canva template is design you've already created and someone else can open in Canva and use to customize to their own needs. So essentially, you're creating a structure, a layout, and an overall design which your customer can then change with their own text, colors, fonts, and images. And there are so many things you can turn into templates. Obviously, you've probably heard of Instagram templates, but you could also make like workbooks, service guides, website templates, presentations, ebooks, wedding invitations and stationery, social media graphics, or even branding kits. And honestly, once you start looking into things as potential templates, you'll see them everywhere. The reason people buy templates is pretty simple. They either don't know how to design something or they don't have the time for it. So it's important to remember that you're not just selling a pretty Canva template, you're actually helping someone by saving lots of their time and giving them a great starting point. I know the fun part is opening Canva and diving straight into the design, but let's think for a minute. Before you spend hours working on something, we want to make sure that people actually want to buy it. So let's head over to Etsy and do a little bit of research. Okay, let's say you want to create some sort of Instagram template. I will just straight on start typing Instagram template into Etsy search and see what products come up. Then I suggest you decide what kind of Instagram template. Is it Instagram templates for photographers, for realtors? Is it design specific template? Is it a carousel template? Make sure to do the research and decide on what you actually want to make. And then put your researcher mode on and ask yourself some questions. What seems to be selling? What styles keep popping up? How many templates are people including in their sets? What's the general price, and what are the other templates missing that you could do better? Obviously, the point of research is not to copy someone else's product. We're just trying to figure out what people are wanting to buy and what you could create that would be useful. So when we're doing research and analyzing other bestsellers, this does not mean we are recreating their layouts, copying their texts, copying their descriptions, and absolutely not taking a designed template and just changing a few colors. Apart from the ethical reasons, you could be faced with serious legal problems. And also, it's just a terrible way to start a business. And speaking about the legal stuff of selling, we should also touch upon Canva licensing. Before you sell anything, please make sure to read their licensing terms. I'm going to link them in the description of this video. So in short, just because something exists in Canva, it does not automatically mean you have the right to sell it, redistribute it, and use it however you want. That goes for everything, honestly. If you see something on Pinterest, it does not automatically mean you can make a copy and resell it. To avoid any licensing problems, to make sure that the products are your own, so you have your original designs And another question I get asked a lot is if you can use Canva Pro elements in the templates you are selling. First, you absolutely should not take an existing Canva template and just kind of tweak it and resell it as your own. That again falls into licensing and copyright infringement. But if you are creating your own designs with the Pro elements, you absolutely can use them, but you need to think about your customer experience. Keep in mind that your customers who are not using the Canva Pro subscription will not be able to access the Canva Pro elements. So you need to be very clear if you're using Canva Pro elements in your templates that your customers will need to have the subscription. So if something requires Canva Pro, make it very, very obvious and clear in your Etsy description that that is the requirement. Okay, you've made a template, now what? Now we need to turn it into a product that someone can actually buy. And I think this is where most people get confused, because you can't just share a Canva file to be downloaded through Etsy, but what we are selling is actually the access to the template. So first thing we'll need to do is create the Canva template link. Once you go into your finished design you're planning to sell, go under Share and find Create Template Link. By creating a template link, you will be making a copy for each person that buys it. So we do not want Etsy customers coming into our master file and tweaking our design, because that would affect everyone and it would be absolute chaos. But the template sharing option allows your customers to open the template in their own account as a copy. So we'll copy this link, but because we are sharing our products as an instant digital download, we are going to create a PDF. So this PDF is what your customer will actually receive as an instant download right after purchase. So as you can see, I've already pre-designed this little PDF of ours that the clients are going to get right after purchase. I included a little thank you message, thank you for the order. And then we have a big button right here that says access your template. This is where we're going to paste our link. So just select the button, add link, and paste in your template link. Now we're going to make sure that we save it as a PDF, make sure it's for the digital use, and download it. If we test the link, it takes us directly to our template copy. Now it's time to actually list our product on Etsy. Go into your shop manager under listings and create a new listing. I'm not going to go over the full shop setup in this video. We are just breaking down how to create a listing for a digital product. Probably the most important part about your Etsy listing are your images, specifically your thumbnail image, and we need to make a graphic so good that people will actually click on it in the flood of all the other listings. So remember, when you're searching for something on Etsy, you're scrolling to a number of different listings, and we need to make sure ours stands out. Once we get people to click on our image, it's time to show them our product in the best light possible with using the rest of your image spaces. I would try to list all the information about your products in the actual image graphics, because frankly people just don't read descriptions, and this way you will avoid a lot of unnecessary back and forth with your customer. So what you can actually include in these graphics, you can show the products in action through beautiful mock-ups. If you have a wedding invitation template, make a mock-up so people can visualize how it looks like on paper. Show what can be customized. Show them how they can transform the template to something completely custom to their fonts and colors and text. Share who this is designed for. Share template specifics like the dimensions, the number of templates included, the format that they can use. Show before and after template customization. You can also share testimonials and templates in use. You can include some frequently asked questions. Share licensing and support information. If you have more products that you could bundle up, you can also upsell in your featured images by sharing your bundles or your special offers if you have like a special sale. And most importantly, don't forget about videos. Etsy loves to push products with videos, so definitely don't forget to include it. Once you have your images ready, just upload them to the photo and video section, and you can further customize your thumbnail image to make sure it fits on all Etsy thumbnail sizes. I will link Etsy's official guide on requirements and best practices for images, so you'll have the most up-to-date information. Next, we're going to scroll down the listing and fill out all the information about your digital products. Upload your PDF with the template access link, since we're talking a lot about the content included in the listing. We also need to talk a little bit about Etsy SEO. So if you don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization. People go there and search for what they're looking for. We need to make sure that our listings are optimized. So when people search for something, we have better chances of being discovered. Now it's time for the research mode again. Place yourself into the shoes of your customers and compile a list of relevant keywords that they are looking for. Then you need to spread those keywords throughout your entire product listing, including the title, descriptions, and even tags. And if you want to take your research a little bit further, there are a few tools that can help you. One of the most popular ones is eRank, which lets you type in a keyword and get a better idea of the search interest, competition, and related keywords people might be searching for. So it's incredibly helpful for search engine optimization. Another one I've tried and really liked is Everbee. And I've been using this one for quite a while. Everbee is less about just finding keywords and more about looking at what seems to actually be selling on Etsy. So it's very helpful to see before you spend hours creating a product to know if it's something people actually buy. But you absolutely don't need to spend any money and pay for a bunch of different tools. When you're starting, I would suggest just starting with plain Etsy and their search bar and just start typing whatever you think might be relevant to your product, seeing what comes as an autocomplete feature, look at the actual search results, analyze the listings, go into the reviews and see what people are asking for, what they are praising, and then only use extra tools if you need more information. So again, just make sure that all of the descriptions and all the copy includes your targeted keywords. We'll add relevant tags and fill out the rest of this listing. Because we're selling a digital product, you can put a high quantity number so that your product doesn't sell out after just a few purchases. Once everything is filled out, we just need to click publish, and our first digital product, our Canva template, is live and available for purchase. If you're completely new to digital products and Etsy, don't overcomplicate it. Pick one person you want to create something for, figure out what would make their life easier, create it, make it really easy to use, put it together in a beautiful listing, and just get it out there. If this video was helpful for you, make sure to subscribe. I'll be sharing lots more about Canva, digital products, Etsy, branding, website design, and running your creative business. And if you're working on a template right now, please tell me what you're making in the comments. I'd love to know. I'll also leave Canva's current licensing information below, as well as all the Etsy resources I mentioned. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll try to help if I can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.